refrigerator. Put on some beautiful clothes. Other than not making up the bed, he hit on how much filth and garbage is on the floor around the bed and how him and his wife get out and wade through the garbage. Hell no, Brother Bobby. You're a brilliant man. Am I lying? This is a beautiful brother here. He's a brilliant brother. And what he gives to many of us, we must have and cannot do without it. But Brother Bobby, I must say to you that the BS must go. That's right. The BS must go. Don't tell our people that morality is not important. Don't even infer that it's not important. That before the coming of the white man, we didn't have to deal with morality. Let's look at that. Before the coming of the white man, we didn't have to deal with a book to give us our morality. We didn't have to deal with a Bible. The Bible comes within a 6,000 year span. The Quran comes in a 6,000 year span. Come on now. You think we, the original man and the original woman, had to wait until 6,000 years ago before some prophet Muhammad, or within 1,400 years, a prophet from Arabia came and brought us a revealed book? I beg your pardon. You think we had to wait for a Bible, as it is called? He was absolutely right about these books. We didn't have to wait for these books. We didn't go in a church, he's right. We didn't go in a temple. We didn't go in a masjid. We didn't have to go to any of those places. Every action, every heartbeat, every pulse beat was a prayer in harmony with the divine universal order. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Every action, every breath we took, every pulse beat, as we walked to the rhythm of the earth and the rhythm of the universe and the rhythm of the cosmos and the sphere, in harmony with it all. We didn't need a mosque, didn't need no building, didn't need no church, no synagogue. We were back to our natural selves. That's what Dr. Africa was talking about. That's what he's leading us to when he puts up his charts and gives us the details and takes us into the look into the chakras and all. That's what Brother Phil Valentine is talking about. Henry D. Bernardo, where are you? Where is he? That's what he was just in and out, back and forth. That's what you're talking about, Sister Audrey. But I don't have to tell you what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, I understand what you're talking about. The great-grandfathers, the great-grandmothers. These are terms we use. This is a language that we use to describe those among us and their power and their force and their spirit and their power of the head and their power of the soul that is emanated and generated to us. That's what we're talking about. But we've got to lift our people up. You absolutely, Brother Bobby, got the power to help lift our people up, brother. Ain't no question about it. But our people have been, as the Masons say, struck a blow to the head, which rendered them dead. And they know because they're the ones who hit us in the head. At the east gate, carried us on a westerly course, buried us in the north corner where there is no light, under an old rubbish heap. Placed a sprig of acacia or evergreen on the grave to show that there was still life in the grave. And we would not get up out of that condition if it were not for these kinds of metaphysics conferences and if it were not for our diligent study, because not just those of us who have come before you, God damn it, some of you are masters, and I'm looking in your faces right now. From your study, your digging, your searching, and your researching, you have found that as we study, you have found that there is that which is powerful and profound that comes up from the great-grandmothers, the great-grandfathers. We call them great because they are great. And what they have not only left for us that we can walk in their footsteps, as we follow them on this path called life. We are all brothers and sisters, but links, living links in the divine chain. We are all but a part of that great continuum called life. And as we walk in the footsteps of the grandmothers, walk the trails, Brother DiBernardo, of the sacred ones who read the vibrations of the earth and read the very vibrations of the atmosphere and knew where to cut down the trees, knew where to blaze a trail, or some cases they didn't cut down nothing, they just walked long enough to make a trail. In harmony with the grass, in harmony with the trees, in harmony with the air, in harmony with the sphere. But we got to be lifted up as we follow them on this path called life. We are all brothers and sisters, but links, living links in the divine chain. We are all but a part of that great continuum called life. And as we walk in the footsteps of the grandmothers, walk the trails, Brother DiBernardo, of the sacred ones who read the vibrations of the earth and read the very vibrations of the atmosphere and knew where to cut down the trees, knew where to blaze a trail, or some cases they didn't cut down nothing, they just walked long enough to make a trail. In harmony with the grass, in harmony with the trees, in harmony with the air, in harmony with the sphere. That's who we are. But we got to be lifted up because we have been knocked down, as we said, struck a blow to the head. And so they say that we couldn't get up unless someone came to us, not just with the lion's paw or the eagle's claw, but he must all Masons in their secret society. They say he must come with the master grip that won't slip, so that it can be raised, so that she can be raised, so that we can be raised from a dead level to a living perpendicular, upright on the square, forming perpendiculars, forming right angles with the earth. Because your nature is to be upright, black man. Your nature is to be upright, black woman. We come in on a horizontal level and we crawl, the baby crawls like one of the animals of the field. But because it is not the baby's nature to crawl and to remain on a horizontal level, the baby is all the time trying to pull up on something and make a wobbly step or two and then fall back down in that mushy stuff that gushes all over the floor. But the baby is trying to stand up in accord with the baby's nature. And so the baby stands up, forming again right angles, perpendiculars with the earth. The baby reaches upward because it is your nature to be upward. Oh, don't say that we don't need morality. Oh, you're absolutely right. There was a time it would appear we didn't need it. But now we've got to ask some questions. At this conference, what happened to the great Kemet? What happened? What happened to Ethiopia, to Nubia? What happened to Monomatapa? What happened to Mali, Shanghai, Timbuktu? What happened to Ghana? What happened to the African civilization? What happened to the people who were civilization builders, who gave law, government, science, mathematics, geometry? What happened to the people who gave art, who gave music? What happened to the people who gave medicine to the world? What happened to you, black man and black woman? The Bible says, the scripture says, you're not what you were yesterday. You won't be tomorrow what you are today. You think you're where you're going, but you're just on your way. We're on a journey, brothers and sisters. We're making a sacred pilgrimage. And we must purify our steps. And we must purify these vessels. I used to be a strict vegetarian. And every time I hear the gospel according to Laila, Africa, when I read the book of Laila, I come out of the darkness. I come out of the night. Laila. You'll get that one later on after you study the tape. Don't worry about it. I know you're the heavyweights. You'll get it. You say, what are you talking about that Laila thing? Let's go dig into that thing. You'll get it. We'll talk about it. When I read the gospel according to Laila, Africa, those of you who've been around me know that I've now begun to go back to myself. Go back to that which I believe will sustain me and that which will help to purify me, and have begun to push back and ignore that which I had fallen back down to. We all have to admit when we fall, brothers and sisters. Hell, that's the only way you're going to get up. I can't talk about cleaning my body. I can't talk about purifying my colon, my stomach, my intestines, my bloodstream. I can't talk about that which will enrich my melanin. I can't talk about all of that if I won't make up my goddamn bed. God damn it, make up your bed. That's not funny. You're a strong man. But some of our people are weak. I don't give a damn how many books they quote. You know I ain't lying to you, Bobby. They're weak as hell. Weak as they can be. They'll see you during the etutu. They see you during the etutu or the libation. They see you during the libation, take a little swig. Damn it, they want to be babalaos after that. Say, yeah, this spiritual thing is all right. Give me a big old bottle. Bobby was wise. He just took a little sip because he know what can do. I can't talk about purifying my body. I can't talk about purifying my mind. Huh? I can't talk about purifying my bloodstream. I can't talk about clearing myself of all that this enemy has put on me. If I won't sweep, if I won't mop, if I won't take out the garbage, I can't keep. I'll talk to you. We'll go up, and then we're going to come back down on the ground. We'll go back and forth. That's the meiotic balance. And you'll be like some people I see. I mean, some people just so religious till they're crazy. Right. Huh? Right. Pray all the damn time. I mean, just praying all the damn time. Ain't that much praying in the world. And then still catching hell. Huh? Nothing wrong with prayer. And there's nothing wrong with praying all the time with balance. What is prayer? Let's look at it at this gathering of the masters. You got some groups that say, I don't pray.
Gathering of the masters.
They've gotten so high up in what they call the metaphysics till they stop praying. I don't pray no more. Oh, God. God don't pray. Are you crazy? What is prayer? Prayer is focus. Prayer is meditation, concentration, focus, communion, and it reconnects us with the power outside of us that complements and parallels the current and flow of power within us.
You said that.